And you stay put. I'm probably 45 minutes away. Are you in a safe place?" Amanda looked around her at the silent, sinister woods. The stone house was abandoned, but had clearly been used that day. Where was the second person involved in the fight? "I think so, but—" She trailed off, not trusting her own fear. "Go back out to the main road so I can find you." "What main road?" She laughed, the absurdity bubbling up. "It's an icy, rutted stretch of mud." "My best kind of road," he replied. "Go there and wait." She was silent as she eyed the trail leading into the woods. The gray sky was darkening, and snow-laden clouds swirled snowflakes into the tracks. "Amanda, promise me?" "Come soon," she said. "I'm really worried." After he hung up, she handed the phone back to Sylvie. "He wants us to wait back on the road. It will be warm in the truck." "Bon!" Sylvie turned to go, but Amanda hung back, tugged by the need to do more than just wait. Chris would be furious with her, but she hoped he'd understand. The temperature was dropping as the wind picked up. Soon it would be dark, and the snow would obliterate the trail. Someone was out there, all alone, bleeding and running for their life. Possibly they had already collapsed and now lay dying of hypothermia mere meters away. "You go ahead," she said. "I want to follow the trail for a bit while it's still light." "No way. We wait for your friend." "I won't go far, but the person may be less than a mile away. Every moment counts." "Not enough to risk your own life. The person could be a killer." Amanda turned to head back to the snowmobile. "Sylvie, I'm not arguing. I'm going. I'll grab a few emergency supplies, a flashlight and a thermal blanket in case I find them. If I'm not back when Chris gets here, you guys can follow as fast as you can." When they reached the snowmobile, Amanda began to throw some supplies into her day pack. She took the map and the compass, but seeing the fury on Sylvie's face, she did not ask for the sat phone. Sylvie watched as she hefted the small pack onto her back. Only then did she break her stony stare. "Fine, but you take the gun." Amanda stared at the horrid alien thing that Sylvie held out. Once again the two stared each other down, and this time Amanda relented. Without a word, she reached out. Amanda kept Kaylee on a leash in front of her so that she could watch her ears and nose. The dog's finely honed senses would pick up trouble far earlier than hers. At first, the silence of the woods seemed absolute, save for their own breathing and the pounding of her heart. But as her ears gradually attuned to nuances, other sounds filtered through. The swish of wind, the moan of tree boughs, and the distant drone of engines. Whether they were airplanes, snowmobiles, or chainsaws, the alien intrusions traveled miles across the frozen, empty land. The snowshoe trail was wavering and uneven, as if the person were stumbling and stopping frequently to rest. At times it meandered off course around deadfall, dense trees, or steep rocky outcrops, but according to her compass it maintained a vaguely consistent direction north. Despite the twisty, undulating terrain where every snow-shrouded tree and rock looked the same, and where it was possible to get turned around in a minute. This suggested that they had a specific destination in mind, and more importantly, they still had their wits about them. After trudging through the deep snow for a few minutes, Amanda heard the roar of a snowmobile behind her as it revved to life and drove away. Sylvie was heading back to the road. The whine grew quieter until it stopped altogether, leaving only the whisper of the trees. As she strained her ears to listen, another sound, this time the throaty rumble of a truck. Sylvie, starting the truck to warm herself, or Chris arriving with his reinforcements? She stood in the woods debating what to do. She could go back to meet them. She could wait for them to catch up. Or she could carry on. She peered at the trail disappearing into the brush ahead. Where was the person going? And how far away were they?